So when they log on, is their data, all their personal identifiable information, is that as secure as if they do online banking?
It was designed, implemented, and
I mean, that's a
tested
yes
to
or
be
no
secure.
question.
It was designed, implemented, and tested to be secure.
So it was fully tested in best practices under the federal government standard for IT proposals?
Correct. The security
It was?
controls assessment testing conducted by MITRE and another company.
Okay, so it's fully tested as the other IT projects you've overseen into that same standard?
I'm trying to understand what you mean by fully tested. It was tested in accordance.
Fully tested? Holy cow, this is like a new low. Okay, then let me use the best practices are a complete integrated testing. Is that correct?
It is tested and prescribed under the FSMA framework and NIST controls that are specified as a standard.
Okay, so why did your office, well then, why did your boss resign?
He didn't resign.
Okay. So, due to security readiness issues,
I think he decided to make a career change, which I can't speak to.
I think it was a fantastic time to hightail it out after this great rollout. So let me ask another question. So Marilyn Tavenner signed the authority to operate memorandum. Traditionally, would your office sign a memorandum, or have you signed previous memorandums on authority to operate?
Myself, I have not.
As your boss or previous boss?
Not that I know of, but okay. I do not manage the ATO sign-off process. That's done between the Chief Information Officer and the Chief Information Security Officer.
Okay. And they would traditionally do it, not the CMS administrator?
I think you would have to ask them.
Okay. Fantastic. We plan to do that. So let me ask you, Mr. Park, you said on USA Today on October 6th, quote, "These bugs were functions of volume. Take away the volume and it works," referring to healthcare.gov. It was in the fourth paragraph. Do you still stand by that statement?
Thank you for the question. What I was specifically referring to...
No. Do you still stand by... Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent to submit this for the record. Have you seen this USA Today?
Without objection, so ordered. And the question is on the statement, not on what you would want someone else to believe.
These bugs were functions of volume. Take away the volume and it works. Do you still stand by that?
So I stand by the fact that the bugs that the reporter was referring to, which were issues users were experiencing account creation up front, were in fact functions of volume. What I will say now, based on additional understanding, is that in addition to volume, which was a challenge, the account creation process was, we later on, also affected by particular functionality bugs, which have been fixed, most of which have been fixed, along with volume capacity expansion and other system configurations actually help handle.
Let me tell you a story. So, I've got a woman named Sue who logged on. She filled out everything else. She did not fill out her middle initial. She got a processing error. She went back to try to fix it, put in the middle initial. She had to wait 48 hours to get another update. Turns out that her income was not verifiable because she put in a monthly income. She calls a navigator. The navigator says, "Yeah, we've got some problems with that. Maybe you can do it on an annualized basis." Well, unfortunately, she couldn't get back into the system, so then has to call back for another navigator, and the navigator says, "Gosh, we've got a little issue here. So let me try an annualized income and put it in on the back side, the back end that navigators can do." She's still waiting. She started on October 1st. She is still waiting to be successfully logged in to this website that you said has these bugs were functions of volume. Take away the volume and it works. This is such a deeply flawed data rollout. And my constituents are most concerned about trying to sign up, much less when they do sign up that they don't have their data stolen. And so, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Thank you, gentlemen. Mr. Park, you can answer if you see a question there.
That would be great. Thank you. So I was actually talking specifically about issues with account creation. There are issues downstream as well. And again, each time I speak with you, I will relay the best understanding I have and try to be as precise as I can be.